recorded, right?
It doesn't matter. You can start recording or not if you want. We post the videos now online anyway, so I don't even pull the voice recordings.
All right, then I won't.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody. It is January 8th, 2018. This is our first call, first live stream of the year. Just wanted to thank you for taking some time out of your day to jump on the live stream or the conference call. However, you're either watching me or you're listening to me. So thank you for taking time, and we appreciate you being here on the call. Just wanted to touch base on a few things. As far as, this is our weekly live stream. We do this every week throughout the entire year. We took a few weeks off towards the end of the year last year, and this is our first one, I think, in, maybe 3 or 4 weeks since we've done a live stream. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Every week on the live streams, we talk about what our average premium is for the policies that our agents are selling. We believe that this is an important thing to discuss because the goal that we have is to help every one of you increase your income and be as successful as you can in the final expense market. So if we are paying attention to the numbers and trying to increase the numbers, then just by paying attention to them and thinking about it and making it something that we're consciously thinking about is going to just increase those numbers as it is. So this year, so far, let me switch over here to the computer screen here. So this year, our monthly or average annual premium so far is $664.48. And that is way low. But you got to remember, we're only using 1 week, and we had a couple of the grandchildren policies get issued that were $10 a month, $120 annual premium. A couple of those got issued this past week. So that brought our average way down. And since it's typically we go over at this point the year-to-date average, but instead of going with the year-to-date during January, it's going to be the same thing. So I just went in there and did a all-time average since we've been tracking this. Our all-time average is $818.52. So that includes 2016, 2017, and 1 week of 2018 so far. Last year, we ended the year out around $864 for our average annual premium on a per-case basis. So that means during the year 2017, every time an agent sold a policy through our carriers with us, the average annual premium was $864. I don't even know what that comes out to monthly. Let's just divide it real quick. That comes out to $72 a month. That's the average premium. Yes, we have agents that are writing premiums that are $300 a month. Yes, we have some of those grandchildren policies that I talked about that are like $10 a month. All of that factored in, the average premium, $864 for the year 2017, which is higher than our all-time average. And the reason that I believe it's higher than our all-time average is because in 2017, about the middle of the year, we really started focusing on that. And there are certain things that we talked about. There's certain things that we provided you, the agent, as far as tools to help you increase that. And like I said earlier, just by focusing on that number is going to help you increase it. So you've got to be thinking about that. So let's get moving into our call. Let's talk about goals. We're the second week of the year so far. Hopefully you've got your goals set up and you know what your goals are going to be for a weekly goal, a daily goal, a monthly goal, a quarterly goal. You should have a long-term goal, 1-year goal, 5-year goals. Goals are very important in business, and that's exactly what this is. This is a business, and I just can't stress the importance of that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Chelsea's goals. Last year, in the year 2017, we doubled our sales as an agency from the year 2016. This year, we have set a goal for ourselves to triple what we did in 2017. We figured if we doubled it from 2016 to 2017, We've learned a lot of things in 2017. We learned how to increase our average premium. We learned how to get leads in agents' hands faster and more economically, and we raised our commission levels that we're paying the agents. We did a lot of things in 2017. So I believe in 2018, we are going to triple what we did. The Chelsea Insurance Group as a whole. So doubled it in 2017, going to triple it in 2018. And what are some of the things that's going to help us drive that? Our $10 lead program that we tested out the last quarter of 2017. We've decided to continue that. Yes, we are continuing the $10 lead program for every one of our agents. If you're contracted and you are writing business with Chelsea Insurance Group, you're going to continue to be able to receive a lead, an exclusive telemarketed lead for $10. I always stress the importance of getting 40 leads on a weekly basis. And do the math. We did a video a couple weeks ago. If you didn't get a chance to see that video, I highly encourage you to go to www.greatleadprogram.com. It's like a 7 or 8 minute video. I walk through the math on how much you can make if you're buying 40 leads a week at the $10 price. The numbers are phenomenal. It'll help you have a tremendous year in 2018. We had a lot of agents in 2017, the last quarter, finish off so strong because they were committed to buying 40 leads on a weekly basis. We're continuing that. So great news. Couple of things that we did during 2017 that helped us increase the premiums, besides the $10 lead program, is the presentation binder. We came out with the presentation binder that is, fully custom to you. You put a copy of your license in there. It's in this nice leather-bound satchel with the carry handle. I mean, we sell that to our agents for $249, but we've got it on sale. It's pretty much been on sale ever since we started rolling out. It's only $99. Come on, it's a great tool. I'm going to go through on the screen here real quick and show you some of the things that are in this presentation binder that's going to help you increase your sales. Following a system is very important. So let's just look at this. One of the pages that we have in here shows your client or your prospect what the average cost of a funeral service and burial is. And this comes from the funeral site, which is from the funeral directors. But it's $15,210 is the average. It's the cost of a regular adult funeral, including the following, including the basic items. Now, this doesn't include flowers or a death certificate, the obituary in the newspaper. It doesn't include the organist and the clergy, but it takes care of professional services, transfer of remains to funeral home, casket. This is a metal casket. Takes care of the embalming, the cosmetology, use of facilities, staff for viewing. This stuff's all listed here. I probably don't need to read it all off to you. These are the things that you're going to go over with your prospect when you're doing a presentation. And this is included right in your presentation binder. But you want to get that number in their head, 15,210 in today's numbers. Another page that's in that in your presentation binder, and this page is worth well more than the $99 itself. This is the page that really hits home. This page here shows your prospect what the cost of a funeral is expected to be based on their life expectancy and what the cost of a funeral based on inflation is going to be when they pass away. So let's take a look at this page here. Let's say you're sitting down with a female who is 63 years old. Her life expectancy that the Social Security publishes is 21.08 more years, which means she's going to pass away at the age of 84. At the age, in 21 years from now, that $15,000 funeral is going to cost $25,202. So when you're sitting down with your prospects, you need to be quoting, if she doesn't have any coverage already, maybe she's already got a $5,000 or a $10,000 policy. If so, subtract $5,000 or $10,000 off of this amount. But this is the number that you need to start with. $25,202.41. Make that her first premium on the quote sheet that you're going to provide her. So let's take a look at, maybe we're talking to a male who is 70 years old. The male who's 70 has 13.3 years left to live based on the Social Security life expectancy charts. At age 83, that's in 13 years, that $15,000 is going to be $17,721. So you're sitting down with a male. These are how you should be. Don't just pull a number off the top of your head about how much you're going to quote them for insurance. I've seen so many agents go into a house and they're doing the quote program and they're quoting out and they just pick 3 random numbers, 5, 10, and 15, or 5, 7, and 12, or whatever it is. You can't do that. You've got to, if you're using these exact numbers, they're going to say, this guy or this gal is really looking at preparing for my funeral. That way down the road I don't need to buy additional coverage because I live longer. Let's get it while you're younger now before the premiums go up. So this page is in that presentation binder. Here's another page that I like that's in there. If you died yesterday, how would your loved ones pay these funeral costs and obligations today? It really outlines 4 options. They're going to pay for it out of their bank account. Their children are going to pay it. They're going to pass around a charity hat, or they're going to have a simple little burial plan. And that's exactly what this is. It's a simple little burial plan that's going to cover their final expenses. That's what we sell. So there's no sense in selling a $5,000 plan if they're going to, when they die, the cost of a funeral is going to be $31,000, or it's going to be, maybe we're talking to a 52-year-old male. It's going to be $32,000 by the time he dies. Sell a $32,000 policy, not a 5 or a 10 because you think that's what they can afford. Sell them what they need. All right, you're already selling them, so you might as well sell them what they need. Next page that I took out of the presentation binder is this sheet that you are going to fill out their quote on. It's a real simple sheet. You're going to fill in the numbers down here on the face amount. So column number 1 is going to be whatever that person, it says on this chart that they're going to need. Whatever they need. If they need $23,000 of insurance, you're going to quote out the first one at $23,000. You're going to put the premium here. If there's 2 people, a spouse, you'll put it for the spouse, and then you'll put the total monthly cost. Now, options 2 and 3, maybe you think that based on the information that you're gathering from them, they're not going to be able to afford that, or they already have some insurance. You can use options 2 and 3 to go a little bit lower, or you can use it to go a little bit higher. Maybe there's some other things that came up during your fact-finding and your interview process with them that they're gonna want to get paid. Maybe they want to have some income for their spouse once they pass away because you realize that their income's going to go away. So you can, write out the quotes here. Now, then when you're ready and after you have the quotes written on this sheet for them, you're going to turn the sheet around to them and you're going to check these off as you're talking about them. You're going to say, now, Mr. or Mrs. Jones, this is, the policy that we're talking about today, the rates are never going to increase. Check. You're going to put a check there. They're locked in. They can never go up on you. These types of policies are going to build cash value. You're going to put a check there. It pays your beneficiary, once you become an angel, a tax-free death benefit. So if your policy is that $23,000 policy, your beneficiary will receive $23,000 and not have to pay taxes on it. Now, the plans that I wanted to go over with you here, I did 3. The amount that, based on your life expectancy, this is how much a funeral is going to cost. So we went with option 1. It's $23,000 of coverage. It's only $84.12 a month. Or we have option 2. Maybe you already have some coverage. Maybe you don't feel that you need that much coverage. So we're going to go with a $15,000 policy. And that is only, whatever it is, $50 a month. And then option 3, maybe you want to leave some extra other than your funeral. So option 3, we're going to go with $35,000 worth of coverage. And that premium is only $148 per month. Now, Mrs. Jones, if you thought about it, and you thought this might be something you'd consider, which one of these 3 plans do you think you would lean towards? And then you shut up. Let them tell you which one of the 3 programs that they're going to lean towards. It's not which one are you going to buy, which one do you want, which one can I get you started with today? None of that. Mrs. Jones, if you thought about it and you thought this might be something you'd consider, which one of these 3 plans or which one of these 3 programs, not which one of these 3 insurance policies, it's one of these 3 plans or programs, do you think you would lean towards? And then you're going to be quiet. That could go on for a minute. It could go on for 10 seconds, and she could point out, or he could point out to that one. It could go on for 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. Next one to speak loses. So just sit back after you ask that question. Wait for them to make a decision. During that time, they're going to be thinking about it. They're going to think, can I afford this? I understand I need this much. Which one can I afford? Do I like this guy? He seems pretty friendly. Yeah, I should probably get some insurance from him. I mean, these are things that they're thinking in their head. Yeah, and then they're going to decide. And when they decide, you've got this sheet here. Whichever one that they decide, you're going to pick your pen back up. You're going to circle it. And you're going to say, Mrs. Jones or Mr. Jones, that's an excellent choice. I sell or we sell an awful lot of that plan. In order to get your plan started, I just need to see your driver's license. And you just sit back and you're pulling out the application, getting ready to start filling it out. They're getting up from the table going to get their driver's license. If they don't, then you haven't really sold it yet. You need to roll back a little bit and figure out what's happened. They should get up from the table though. Yeah, the table. Because where should you be doing this presentation? You should be doing this presentation at the kitchen table. That's where we do business. Don't have your appointments in the living room on the couch, unless that's the only resort. I have been there, have had to do that. But business transactions are handled at the kitchen table. Get them to the kitchen table. That's how you sell final expense. That's it. You go through the presentation binder. We didn't go through the whole, we only went through a few pages. There's an entire presentation in this presentation binder. An entire presentation in here. Walks you through the entire process. These are the things that are going to help you sell higher premiums and sell more insurance in the year 2018. Some other things that we did in 2017 is the ID badge. I'm surprised it took us as long as it did to come out with these. I use these all the time. On the back, it's got a copy of my state insurance license. On the front, it's got my picture and my name and my insurance ID number. Another thing that these things, they're like $10 on our website. If you don't have one yet, take a picture of yourself, send it in, go to our website, fill out the form, spend $10. While you're picking that up, pick up a presentation binder. We've got business cards that you can pick up. We also have these door hangers in case you're out knocking on doors, or maybe you just had an appointment with somebody and they weren't home. Hang this thing on your door, on their door. it's like a delivery notice. Hey, we missed you. Sorry. Fill out, give me a call. It's got my phone number on here. When you're in the house, you should be putting your business card on a magnet. You can get a box of these magnets, I don't know, like $20. But $20, that'll put your magnet on their refrigerator for 50 houses. Imagine if you've got whether they buy or not, leave them your business card on a magnet. Put it on the refrigerator, because if they didn't buy today, every time they go to the refrigerator, I think the average person goes to the refrigerator 13 times a day. Some ridiculous number. They're going to see your information right there. When they are thinking about final expense, hopefully you did a good enough presentation and they liked you. That's one thing in sales. You do have to be likable. So hopefully you've got that. So that's, those are the things that we did in 2017 that made the second half of our year boom and explode. And that's why that explosion is going to take us into 2018, and we're going to triple what we did in 2017. I hope each and every one of you triples your income as well. If you made 60 grand in 2017, I hope you make 180 grand in 2018. How are you going to do that? You're going to have to buy leads every week, 40 leads a week. You're going to have to get the presentation binder. You're going to have to get this. You're going to have to call your leads when you get them. You're going to have to show up at the people's houses who didn't answer the phone when you called them to set an appointment. You're going to have to knock on their door. You're going to have these. You're going to have to use business card magnets. You have to use all of this stuff. You have to get out of bed in the morning. You got to get out of bed and show up. Show up. That's what 2018 is going to be about. 40 leads a week, showing up, doing the job, and you're going to triple your income. You made $100,000 last year, great. Let's make $300,000 this year. If you only made $25,000 last year, great. Let's make $75,000. No, forget it. Make $100,000. Quadruple your income if you only made $25,000. Go for 6 figures. That's what I want from every one of you. Next thing on our sheet here. Get back over to this sheet. We have some other notes here. Yes, like I said earlier, 40 leads, only $400. You should have this many leads every week. I don't think I can say that enough. 40 leads a week. Believe me, folks, we don't make money on the leads. We only make money when you sell insurance. These leads cost us way more than $10 each. We are cost sharing these. And another thing about the cost sharing of these leads, if you're getting these leads at $10 and you are not meeting our minimum requirements of what the average agent is doing, we will cut you off. We are not going to continue to let you get $10 leads. Just because you're contracted with us, that doesn't mean you're entitled to a $10 lead. To get the $10 lead, you have to be contracted with us and you have to submit business. You have to. The business has to come to us. But look at the awesome commission levels that we're offering you. Why would you want to send the business elsewhere? Couple other notes here. Let's see. Lee passed me over some notes. Gerber has new rates, which are only good if you download the new application. We sent an email out about that. I can't remember what it was, a week or 2 weeks ago. I get jumbled up with the holidays. A couple weeks ago, I believe we sent an email out about the Gerber new rates. Make sure you have downloaded the new applications if you're selling Gerber. RNA worksheet that is being shipped to the agents no longer has the questions. But you can use the old worksheet or print the question page of the paper application, because AptCal will still be asking them as well as their prescription information. So, the new sheet from Royal Neighbors doesn't have the health questions, the prescription questions. So take that sheet from the old sheet and just go with that. However you need to do it. Just make sure you're asking the health questions, because you need to do that. You actually need to do that before you can even give them a quote to make sure that they're going to qualify. So that was just a couple of house cleaning issues. We're at 11:25. Lear Allen, do you have anything to input? They might be muted, or they don't have anything to input. So, Who's that?
It's about the Royal Neighborhood and Gerber, which you already covered. So thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for reminding me to add that into the call. Okay, you know, everybody, it's 2018. The year has already started. We had a light week last week. I know it was cold throughout the entire country. Shoot, kids are home from school today. That doesn't matter. We're still working. We were working last week. We're working. We're here the entire year. If there's anything that we can do to help you increase your income, increase your sales, please let us know. We're going to make our goal with or without you. We hope to do it with you. We're going to triple our sales this year. And thank you very much for being a part of Chelsea Insurance Group. I'm looking forward to an amazing 2018 with each and every one of you. Call us, shoot us an email, share with us what your goals are. We'll help keep you accountable to those goals. But most importantly, I can't stress enough, get your lead order in, get 40 leads a week, and go see the people. Wake up in the morning excited to do your job. Wake up excited to go out, see people, help people. And believe me, I understand if you don't have leads in your hand, it's hard to wake up and go out and find people and drum up people to talk to. And I get all that. I get all that. The way to cure that is to let us find people for you to talk to. $400 will give you 40 people that we call. They say that they want you to come out and talk to them or you to contact them about getting them a quote for burial insurance. Are they all going to turn into sales? No. Watch the video on greatleadprogram.com. That'll show you what the average agent's going to do, or actually lower than, I think I only used 10% on that video. So 4 sales out of 40 leads. Everybody can do that. A dog carrying a sign on its mouth can do that. Just showing up at the door with a sign, buy insurance, should be able to do that with 40 of these leads. Get out of bed, go see people, have a great, fantastic year. Next week's live stream, we have something that is going to be very exciting for a lot of you. It's not something that's going to interest everybody, but there's a new program, and we've done all the research. It's a tremendous opportunity. I think you're going to like it. So we will talk more about that next week. It's going to be a great call. We're not only inviting Chelsea agents onto the call next week, but we're going to open up next week's call as kind of like an opportunity call where we're talking about a new program. It's if you're a final expense agent or a mortgage protection agent or a Medicare agent, it doesn't matter. If you're an annuity agent, this call next week is going to be for everybody. There's a new program that's going to teach you, we're rolling it out, how to start selling high premium life insurance cases. And we're talking really high premiums. We're talking $5,000, $4,600 average annual premiums per year. So don't miss next week's live stream. I mean, of course, if you're out in the field and you can't make it at 11 o'clock because you're selling final expense, that's super great, because we do record every one of these calls and post on our on our website, so you can get back to it and watch it in the evening or early in the morning, Tuesday morning. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.